Welcome back with Murphy Mac to another video, and in today's video we're going to be going over a back workout. I'm going to be explaining to y'all what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and we're just going to talk through the workout and hang out. So let's get right into it. Right here, I'm struggling to take the pump cover off, but you know we got to get rid of it so we can start getting them gains. But you already know, every back day I'm starting it off with pull-ups. I'm using this as a warm-up. I do about 3 sets of 10 to 12 here just to get loose, stretch the back out, and it's just a good workout to start off your workout with. So right here we're doing pull-ups. As you can see, I'm going all the way down and I'm trying to get my head above the bar as best I can. And then on this last rep, I'm lowering my way down. I'm not just dropping down, and that's the pull-up. First exercise, we're gonna hop into the lat push down or lat pull through, whatever you want to call this exercise. People call it different things. Right here I am using a little straight bar, and I'm trying to keep my arms straight. I'm not wanting to bend them, because if you bend them too much you'll want to pull the bar to you. That's not what we want to do. Right here we want to think push the bar down with our lats, and then once you get down towards the bottom, then you almost kind of pull it back towards you, and that's where that pull through term comes from on this exercise. So here's a back view of the same exercise. I'm trying to get my lats stretched all the way out when I'm letting the bar back up, and then pulling all the way down until the bar touches my waist. So this is going to be the lat push down or pull through, whatever you want to call it. I'm doing 3 sets of about 15 here, and I'm trying to work it to a failure. You notice on those last few reps I did cheat them a little bit just to get a few extra reps. And then the next exercise, we are hopping into the high row, and I like to do the high row with one arm at a time, unilateral, and I also like to do it with a supinated grip. So you'll notice my hand here is actually on the back side of the handle, so that's what you're going to call a supinated grip, and I prefer to do that on this machine just because I feel like I get a better stretch. I feel it better in my lats here when I pull it in this way. But you got to be careful. You don't want to pull with your bicep. When you do it like this, it will bring your bicep into play. So you got to really focus on your lat while you're doing this, so that way you're pulling with your lat. Drive your elbow down towards the ground. Don't think pull with your bicep. Think drive elbow down. This will help you pull with the lat and keep that focus, the stress on the lat instead of pulling it with your bicep. So right here, this is the same exercise, just different angle. We're going to do 3 sets of about 12 here. The last set we want to go to about either failure or 1 rep left in reserve, pushing it really hard. It should be challenging on the last set. Honestly, you shouldn't be able to do all your reps in the last set, so that way it's still challenging and hard for you to do. The next exercise, we're going to hop into the T-bar row, and the machine at my gym is actually chest supported, which I really like. I have low back problems, so it hurts when I do bent over exercises like bent over rows. So whenever I can do it chest supported, I obviously opt to do chest supported, because it just takes that pressure off of your lower back when you do it this way. But this is a great exercise. You can really overload the back here. It's almost like doing a regular bent row, but it helps with the supported chest, which I like and I prefer over doing a regular bent row. It's a lot easier on my back when I do it this way. And you can notice I'm using the angled grips here. I'm not actually doing the flat grips. I like doing the angled ones because it hits the middle of my back just a little better. And then the next exercise, I'm doing a modified 1-arm row. So as you can tell, I'm doing it on the low row machine, and I'm just sitting off the back. I'm on one knee off the back of the low row. And I actually like this variation because I get a good stretch on the lats. You can see on the negative part of the rep right here, I'm extending my arm all the way out. That's letting me get a good stretch on my lat. And then when I pull, I'm thinking drive the elbow all the way back. Drive my elbow back past my body, all the way back right there. And then I'm easing the weight back. I'm not just letting the weight fall back. I'm resisting it on the way back. So this puts a little more stress on the lat, so that way I'm keeping tension on it the whole entire rep. I really like this variation of this 1-arm row. You should try this one out in your own exercise and you'll probably like it too. It's almost like a modified low row unilateral, and I prefer doing it this way. It's a good way to just switch it up so you're not doing the same regular rows all the time. It gives you good variety in your workouts. Notice here how I'm doing it super controlled on the way back. I'm not just letting the weight pull me back. I'm resisting it on the way back and then really exploding through when I pull back with that elbow. But yeah, if you haven't tried this one out yet, I definitely suggest put this one in your next back day routine and you'll like it, I promise. Next exercise, we're gonna hop into the shoulder width neutral grip pull down, lat pull down. I really like this one. Notice the bar that I'm using. This one, I'm not using a regular straight bar, so it's not like a normal wide grip lat pull down. I actually have a neutral grip here, which I like. I prefer doing these. It kind of helps me hit the lats a little more. But I'm trying to get 3 sets of 8 to 12 here, going up on the weight each set, trying to go to failure on the last set of the 3. And the next exercise, we're hopping into a seated high row. So notice here my grip is a little wider on the bar. I'm using a straight bar, have a wide grip, and I'm thinking pull with the upper part of my back. So I'm thinking pull almost with my rear delts. So I'm trying to hit the upper part of the back here. I'm almost thinking pull the bar to my chest. So pull it a little higher than if you was to do like a normal row where you'd pull. Normally you would pull to about your belly button. Right here I'm trying to pull higher, so I hit more of the upper part of the back. You can see here on this back view how I'm pulling up a little more, hitting the upper part of the back. Again here, I like to stick to 3 sets just because it's easy. Do 1 really good warm-up set to warm up the muscles, and then have 2 really hard working sets. On that last set, I like to go either all the way to failure or about 1 to 2 reps left in reserve. That way we're just pushing really hard, making sure we're putting as much emphasis on the muscles as we can. And then right here, you'll notice we're doing the pec deck. This is a chest exercise. My coach has me hitting 1 set of chest at the end of my back days, just so I don't go too long without hitting my chest again, because my back day is about 3 days after my chest day. So we hit chest again right here. What we're doing is the FST7. So that means you do 7 sets. You do as many reps as you can, and then you take 45 seconds rest in between each set. So it's 1 set, as many as you can, 45 seconds, and then you hop right into the next set. And then you just keep doing that for 7 times. This is absolutely a killer. You will get a crazy pump in your chest when you're doing these. I'm really trying to squeeze my chest at the top of the rep right here. Squeeze, and then lower the weight back. Resist it on the way back. So you're keeping tension on the chest the whole time. So I'm thinking really squeeze right there, and then resist it back. Squeeze at the top, resist it back. The pec deck is an amazing chest exercise. I highly suggest doing this one, but maybe not on your back day. You may want to keep it on your chest day. But yeah, this is just a way to hit my chest again throughout the week for a second time, instead of going a whole nother week without hitting chest. So I just throw it in at the end of my back day. And then again, this is a little accessory work here, hitting the calves just to make sure we're hitting them throughout the week and not going a whole nother week without them. So the calves are a smaller muscle group, so you can hit them multiple times during the week. I honestly would suggest hitting them more than once a week. So I normally only do legs about once a week. So I'm throwing in the calves in here on this day, just so I'm hitting them again, just to give them some extra stimulus throughout the week. That way we're getting the maximum growth out of them that we can. Then I'm pumping out a few extra reps here at the end. Then here's the back view of the calf machine. I really like doing it on the seated calf machine just because I feel like I can get a good concentration on the calves. I can really focus on it, and I don't bring the rest of my body into play. It's strictly focused on the calf. When you do calves, I suggest do them seated like this, but also do them standing as well, because it hits the calf differently. So you want to make sure you're hitting them both ways. I suggest doing it one way during the week, and then later on in that week do it the other way. That way you're hitting it both ways and you get well-rounded calves. And then here, the end of the exercise, we are doing a quick 10-minute cardio session just to get the heart rate up, work on that cardiovascular system. So what I'm doing is I'm doing 1 minute on, 1 minute off. So I'm going super hard, as hard as I can for 1 whole minute, and then I'm taking 1 minute off, 1 minute rest. I don't completely stop for a minute, but I slow it down and turn the resistance down for 1 minute to rest, recover, and then go right back at it again for the next minute. And this is just a quick 10-minute circuit. So it's 5 minutes on, 5 minutes off all together. We're going to do this at the end of the workout to make sure we're hitting the cardiovascular system, because you can't neglect cardio, especially when you're training to do a bodybuilding show. You want to make sure you're still getting your cardio in, even when you're several weeks out from the show. And last but not least, we're going to end the workout off with a little bit of posing. So if you've been following my journey, you've been following the channel, I have signed up to do my first ever bodybuilding show. It is August 24th, 2024. So as you can tell from this video, I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to posing. So I have hired a posing coach to help me with my posing. So we're working on it. We're getting there. This is just the beginning stages of the posing, but you can see the back there. It's looking pretty good. I'm about 184 pounds right now, and in this video, I was about 19 weeks out, I believe. So we're getting there, working on the posing, trying to get better at it. If you've never posed before, it's very hard to do. It's not easy. It definitely takes a lot of practice to know what you're doing. So yeah, if you want to continue following along my journey, I highly suggest subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow. I'm gonna be posting a lot of updates about my first ever bodybuilding prep. So if you're interested in doing a bodybuilding show, I definitely recommend following the channel so you can follow me along my journey and see how I did it and see what you should or should not do in your prep to see the best results possible. But until then, YouTube thinks you'll like this video right here. So go ahead and watch that, and we'll catch you on the next video. Peace, love, protein. We out.